Hello. So I'm going to talk about interfacing an LCD display using an 8085 microprocessor. So I'll just move into the presentation mode. Right. So I'm Sanat Bhargav, a BTech Engineering Physics third year student, and I'm going to talk about interfacing an LCD display using an 8085 microprocessor. So this will be the flow of my presentation. I'll first be briefing uh, you about the 8085 microprocessor. Just a brief introduction. Then I'll be talking about what our LCD interface is in terms of the hardware and in terms of the memory that it takes up. And then I'll be talking about the working of the LCD display. So the Intel 8085 is an 8-bit microprocessor, and the best advantage it can give us is that it requires less support circuitry, allowing much simpler and less expensive microcomputer system to be built. Just for a reference, this is the 8085 pin diagram. As you can see, as opposed to the 8080 microprocessor that was built by Intel previously, this has the provision of interrupts provided in it. So what is an LCD display? LCD stands for liquid crystal display and is commonly used as an output-input device for microprocessor based systems. As compared to other commonly used input-output devices, such as light emitting diode display, an LCD display consumes very less power and it does not emit light of its own but uses ambient light. So we in our lab we have used 16 cross 2 LCD display as an interfacing display. Now every character in this LCD display is made up of a 5 cross 7 dot matrix. So for every character that we need to be displayed on the LCD, we can choose uh, which dots of a 5 cross 7 dot matrix to be lit on or lit off to produce that character. An LCD has two types of memories, the DDRAM and the CGRAM, or a display RAM. Right. So we have a display data RAM or the DDRAM. A display data RAM stores data stored in 8-bit character codes. So it has a capacity of 80 cross 8 bits or 80 characters, since one character is 8 bits. The area in the DDRAM is not used for displaying characters, can be used as a general data RAM. So let's take an example of a 1 cross 16 LCD, that is 16 characters it can display. So once it has reached the limit of displaying the 16 characters, it has displayed the 16 characters that it can. The rest of the DDRAM is used as a normal RAM, and the data which you input into that RAM is not visible to the user. Next, we have a character generation RAM or the CG RAM. So all character-based LCDs have a CG RAM, which is an area to create user-defined patterns. For making custom patterns or for making custom symbols, we have to write values in the CG RAM which define which pixel to grow. As I had mentioned previously, we have 5 cross 7 dot matrices, and by giving the appropriate input, we can decide which dots illuminate and which don't to create symbols which we need to be displayed. So using the CG RAM, we can display characters such as Greek alphabets or an arrow symbol and so on. So next I'll be moving on to the working of an LCD monitor, which is the meat of this presentation. So this is a diagram which I picked up from the internet. As you can see, this is a 16 cross 2 display which has two lines of 16 characters each. On your left, you'll see D0 to D7 data bus, and on your right, on the right of the two lines, we have a 10 kilo ohm potentiometer, which is used to control the intensity of the LCD, how brightly the characters appear to us, and so on. So by what is a potentiometer? A potentiometer is just a variable voltage divider, right? So by appropriately changing the voltage, we can select the intensity which we require for our LCD display. Here below we have three control signals. First is an RS or a register select. Then we have the read or write signal, and then we have an enable signal. I'll be briefing you about this shortly about this. So our LCD display has two types of registers. First is a command register, which can display commands, which stores data for commands rather. So your commands such as clear display or switching the cursor on and off fall under this category. And the data and the commands which are required to execute this are stored in the command register. Then you have the data register, which stores ASCII values of the characters which are to be displayed. So when I say ASCII values, I mean hexadecimal code equivalent to the ASCII values of the character which needs to be displayed. So what our register select signal does is that it helps us choose between the command register and the data register. Say for example, if our register select signal is 0, so if it is 0, we select the command register, and then we can give it input such as clearing the data or switching the cursor on and off and so on. But if the register select signal is 1, then we can give it data which needs to be displayed in terms of the hexadecimal equivalent of the ASCII values. Then next we have the read or write signal. So the read or write signal again can take 0 or 1 as value. So when the value is 0, we write the data which is being supplied into the LCD. And when the R/W signal is 1, we use it to read data from the LCD. That seems simple enough. Next up, we have a latch signal, or the enable signal rather. So the enable signal is used to latch data which is being supplied. So say for example, we need to display the character H. You'll send in the data using the write mode rather. Using the write mode, you'll send in the data. And then what makes the data display? For the data to display, we need to latch the character on so that while the next input is being given, that character H in our case is not changed. So for an enable signal, we give a high to low pulse with a minimum interval of 450 nanoseconds. And then um, we have certain commands, certain opcodes which are very unique to the LCD. So we have 38H, which is an opcode which we use to select the LCD and switch on the LCD in so to say. So when you need to select both the 16 character rows and the 5x7 dot matrices, you use 38H. And then we have 0EH, which is to display the cursor on and off. And then we have 01H, which is a clear signal, which is used to clear the LCD screen. So I believe that explains the working of the LCD screen interface with the 8085 sufficiently well. These are the references I used, and thank you.